Let's look through this really quick. Oh no, what? Ah, there. Ah! Alright, here we go. Alright, let's go down. King's Quest, The Perils of Rosella. King's Quest, Apps That Makes the Heart Go Yonder. King's Quest, Heir Today, Gone Tomorrow. Hi! Hello! King's Quest 6, this is what we're doing. King's Quest 6. There we go. Look, it's the same as this, except this is obviously a crappy photocopy. Hi, DJ Wiley. Here we go. Hi, Omega number? Omega number. Sounds good. All right. King's Quest 5 broke... Oh, I'm so glad. Thank you for the follow. I'm sorry my alert didn't come up. But thank you so much. I'm glad you're having a good time. I'm glad you're following the channel. Thank you. King's Quest V broke a lot of ground. VGA, icon interface, and lots of acting. I'm pleased to say it also won the Software Publishers Association Best Adventure Game, in quotes for some reason, award in 1991. But I had to look at things from other angles for King's Quest VI. We need professional voice actors, and the plot had to be less linear. Oh great, less linear? I'm just starting. I just finished up Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2, and now I'm on King's Quest 6. So here we are. I just started up. We need, okay, and the plot to be co-designer Jan Jensen, Gabriel Knight fame, and I bounced a lot of ideas around. We need more optional puzzles, multiple solutions to puzzles, multiple uses for the same object, and a few red herrings. What's with the quotes? If they're red herrings, they're actual red herrings. And lots of timers, so things would... Oh, no. Timers? Timers? Like, I've never played 6. I played 7. I played 5, but I got stuck. I've played all of the other ones recently. As a kid, I played 1, I played 2. I never finished 1 or 2 as a kid. I did not play 3 as a kid. I played 4 as a kid, and I played 5 as a kid, and I played 7 as a kid. But I've never played 5. I'm doing good, DJ. How are you doing? Timers. So things would need to be done within a certain amount of time. King's Quest 6 had to be harder and easier than King's Quest 5, in that you can get through it on a minimal level. You'll miss half the story, but you'll finish. Valenice finally got some time on the screen. I knew she had to play a major part in a sequel. I wanted to get away from just putting together a jumble of puzzles in some sort of meaningless quest. You should have a clear... Okay, Roberta, don't feed the trolls, man. You should have a clear sense of what you're doing and why, with some emotion behind it. Yay, timers, says Colonel Sidequests. Really? I'm reading that as sarcastic. Heir Today, Gone Tomorrow. The land of the Green Isles is an ancient kingdom ruled by a royal family designated simply as the Crown. Its location so far from the rest of the world, its location, there's missing an is. Its location, I guess this is not. Its location so far from the rest of the known world, combined with the dangers of the surrounding sea, have effectively isolated from the influence of other lands. This small kingdom might as well exist on a distant star as the other side of an inhospitable sea. Because of this isolation, the citizens of the kingdom have a unique culture and quaint naivete. If one asks about the history of the land, they're eager to speak. Yet, of true answers, little can be found. They can recite the names of the holders of the crown, spanning back hundreds of years, can speak of each dwelling's origin, and of practically every citizen's lineage. Yet when I asked how the kingdom began, bewilderment is the response. So far doing great, just chilling? Cool. As if this place has existed unaltered since the dawn of time. There's always been a royal family. The kingdom has always been. But there is some basis for a different picture, that these islands have actually held a succession of kingdoms, each bleeding into the next, new civilizations building on ruins scarcely cold. I base this opinion on the traces and legends of ancient civilization to be found on one of the islands, but more of that later. The kingdom as it stands today has remained relatively unchanged for hundreds of years. 4 islands make up the bulk of the land. The Isle of the Crown is the center of the kingdom. There, on a magnificent rise, stands the Castle of the Crown, the seat of the royal family of the kingdom and the heart of the land. A village and docks comprise the rest of the island and run most of the kingdom's daily commerce, such as it is. Across the short distance of sea is the Isle of Wonder, an aptly named place of sheer delight, ruled by a pair of rival queens who are, despite their own internal strife, unalterably loyal to the crown. The Isle of the Beast is the least hospitable of the islands, seemingly deserted. I did not see much of the place, since obstacles made it impossible to travel far inland. Nevertheless, the place has its own history and is listed among the kingdom's holdings. The fourth island is the island of the Sacred Mountain, so called for the Sacred Mountain, for the soaring peak that rises from the base of the island into the clouds, and around which that community, both literally and philosophically, is built. The island of the Sacred Mountain has its own rulers, who are also subservient to the crown. A more dissimilar set of cultures can scarce be imagined than those on these four islands, yet they seem to exist in harmony and function as a whole. The uniting factor is the crown, which maintains loyalty both by means of its undisputed heritage as the seat of all government, and by the grace of its goodly royal family. Peace has reigned for centuries. Well, this is going to stop in this idyllic kingdom and seems likely to continue. That is, as long as the land remains hidden from the evil that we know exists in the world. Though I'm a stranger here, I hope not to influence this place overly much. Who would wish to change such a paradise? The Isle of the Crown. Of the four islands, the Isle of the Crown is the one which will seem most conventional to travelers from the distant lands. It is largely inhabited by members of the human race. Men and women of pleasant disposition and generous hospitality. As stated earlier, the Isle of the Crown is comprised of the Castle of the Crown. Oh boy. Do we need to read all of this? All travel between the isles, focus on the docks, indeed is a single vessel. The vessel is simply called the ferry, and it's pleasant enough little ship, well maintained, as benefits its value to the kingdom. Servants are used. Look at this. I don't know if we need all this. The sun goes down. When the sun goes down, communal activities are frequent. If there are no weddings or other festivities, the families often gather information from a plain but plentiful supper, music, and conversation. All travel between the islands is focused on the docks, indeed a single vessel. So we have to ride the ferry between all of these. Oh boy, the story of the ferry probably will not be an interesting one, particularly if you recall the fate of my own ship. The islands, it seems, have always been surrounded by terrible eddies and currents that make seagoing nearly impossible. The family that runs the ferry has done so for generations, each father passing on to his son the secret of the tricky navigation. Many believe the ferryman's family line has an uncanny instinct for the sea around the isles. It is said that they sail by the blood of their veins. One thing is certain, I would not venture to sail a ship in these waters, so whatever the secrets of the ferryman family, thank you for the stars for it. Okay, how much do this we need to know? The Isle of Wonder, the Isle of the Sacred Mountain. Okay, I might read this later. The ancient ones inhabited the Isle of Sacred Mountain perhaps many thousand years ago. Oh, the alphabet of the ancient ones. Here we go. Here we're finally at the copyright protection. The alphabet of the ancient ones consists of graphic symbols. It is clear that their language and ours has the same root, for their writings are directly translatable by simply replacing the appropriate letter of our alphabet for its corresponding symbol in theirs. So look, all right. So we're going to need this later. 38, guys. The logic cliffs. The logic cliffs. One of the most interesting artifacts left by the ancient ones are the logic cliffs. The cliffs are so named from a series of riddles written on the face of the cliffs leading from the beach of the Isle of Sacred Mountain to the Winged One city. Chiseled painstakingly into solid rock, the viewer must question what purpose the words serve. From the ancient scroll, the reference to cliffs, it can be determined that the riddles on the cliff were part of an elaborate mechanism designed to protect those who dwell at the top of the cliffs from undesirables who might arrive at the sea below. The first challenge, the following translations from the cliffs logic scroll may help the reader understand the mystique that surrounds this artifact. First challenge, only those pure of heart will be able to rise to the cliffs of logic. Third challenge, the stones of stealth are associated with this riddle. 4 men standing in a row, third from the left and down you go. The rest in order move you on, the youngest, the oldest, the second son. There's no second challenge. Why is this the first and third? The fifth challenge, only those of the highest order may ascend to the cliffs of logic. Catacombs. All right. The catacombs are illustrative of the ancient one's obsessive interest in death. Indeed, it seems the air of this part of this world for the modern-day Green Islanders have also elaborate death traditions, as I'll describe later. Why do we? Because we're going to die here? The catacombs were obviously a place of high reverence for the ancient ones, as a message on an ancient tablet once adorned the doors. This is too much backstory. 3 roses laid upon the bower, a scythe for he who cuts the flower, a crown, a dove, most noble race, thy bones make sacred this dread place. So concludes my records of the land of the Green Isles. I have been well treated here and have become rich in friends, in knowledge, and in countless other blessings, though I have found my spirit forlorn at times with my inability to travel on. I must admit that my feet have itched less here than anywhere else in the wide world. Still, on occasion, I find my mind roving back to the green hills of Daventry. Perhaps, if my spirit at least is allowed to roam free, I've yet to see them soon. To those who may someday follow my footsteps, I say this: be kind to this gentle land, be open-hearted in her whimsy, and protect her, if you can, from the harsh winds which might wish to blow and from the sea to steal her soul. She is unlike any place I have seen, and she has stolen my heart. All right, that's it. Okay, there's it for the manual. Finally, all right, guys, ready to start this puppy? I guess like restore. Okay, here we go. I'm so excited. All right, let's hit play. This is it? There's no intro? There's nothing to tell us why we're here? Good skim, Jen. Wait,
Are you sure you want to clear your game?
Okay. Boo, Jen. There is an intro. Yeah, that's what I want. I want there to be an intro. Boo, Jen. There should be an intro. That's what I thought. Maybe it was playing in the background while I was trying to find the manual, so we're going to watch it again. Maybe I skipped it? Opening. Okay, this must be it. There we go. It's called an opening. That doesn't seem right to me. There we go. I'm like, explain while we're here. It doesn't read introduction, it reads opening. Long ago, in the kingdom of Daventry. Oh wow, look at this. This was early motion capture too. Long ago.
Alexander, here you are. Oh, you're still not thinking about Cosima, are you?
I suppose I am.
Son, it's been months. You've got to pull yourself together. After all, you only met her that once.
I know.
Have you discovered anything about the land of the Green Isles?
No. No one's even heard of it.
That's right, he fell in love with
It's
Cosima.
like she's just vanished.
I wish I could help. Please try to think about something else, dear.
I'll try, Mother.
Please stop trying to think about girls, dear. They spell introduction weird, DSX says, yeah. Despite his family's concerns, Alexander remains tormented by Cosima, I'm assuming. Oh, we're spinning around in a 3D VR experience. Where am I? I'm getting dizzy. Here it is in 3D. This is actually a lot better than most early 3D, to be honest. I think the queen has a bladder infection? Why? Uh-oh, he's gonna look in the magic mirror and get sucked in as usual. Cosima!
Alexander, I feel so alone. I don't know what to do. Alexander, I wish you were here.
That guy I saw one time for a brief second.
Wait! Mother! Mother, come quick!
The blur.
Alexander, what on earth? You're white as a ghost.
Mother, I saw Cosima. She was in the mirror.
In the mirror? The magic mirror?
Yes! And it showed me how to find her.
How?
The stars! I saw the stars outside her window. I can navigate by the stars.
Oh, Alexander, if you really go...
It will be all right, Mother. I promise.
3 long months, Prince Alexander sailed the known seas and beyond. And he caught scurvy, and all his teeth fell out. And Cosima wouldn't love him anymore because he didn't have any teeth. Sad but true. Whee! Let's enjoy this CD, the magic of a CD. Such a sad story. You have died of dysentery, says Colonel Sidequest, exactly. But he still has seagulls, so, you know, they're good eating, apparently. Oh, if I play through Scum V, I have subtitles with the speech. I didn't even think of that being an option. Oh, if you play through Scum V, can you have subtitles with the speech? I don't know. I might be able to have subtitles with the speech now, actually. Once I'm through the intro, I think I can just click on it in the options. I love that we're on a ship all by ourselves, as if one person could sail a giant ship. I can do everything! I have puff sleeves! Alexander's brave. Really? That option's only in Scum V? I have Scum V, I could play it in there. Let's go through the intro and then we'll open up Scum V, because I definitely want that. So, because it's easier, like sometimes if you don't catch what they say, it's easier to read it.
Land ho! Land ho! Land ho!
Who are you yelling to? Oh, there are guys on there. Well, you're all dead, dude. Sorry. Powerpuff Alexander. Hours pass. Uh-oh. No! His lively crew. His lively 3D crew. Ah! As the ship nears the shore, day turns to night and the sea turns violent. Uh-oh. And all the guys with him die. But it's worth it because Alexander's in love. I'm shaking my head now, guys. Oh no! Bye! Sorry, loyal retainers! My love is more important than all of you! Maybe. Glug, glug, glug. This is Bim Clunk. King's Quest. Jane Jensen? I'm saying Jan, I don't know. Directed William D. Skirvin. William D. Skirvin's the art designer. There's a little, if you want to, on YouTube, they have a little making of thing you can watch. Text and dialogue, Jane Jensen. Alright, let me shut this down for a second. Let me quick go and see if I can run Scum's... Meet Jane Jensen. Jan, his wife. Jane, his wife. There we go. Let's see, add game. Boy, where are you at? Let's see, games. Alright, let's add. Oh, you guys can see all of this? Okay, cool, this came up. Alright. Oh, DOS English. Does this matter? Like, what's the difference between these two? DOS and Windows English. Jan, his wife. Is there any difference, guys? Sierra experts between Windows and DOS English? Does it matter? I'm nervous that if I pick one, it's going to be superior or inferior to different art. Oh boy, which one's the better art? Which one were we watching? Oh no. Okay. Don't know if I have any difference in Scum V. Oh, the Windows CD version. I guess that, I mean, they both say CD, but. Alright, well. Alright, let's choose the DOS. Let's see. Platform DOS, CD, okay. Audio. Sub both. Okay, override, I guess both. All right. Okay. It's the character portraits that change, you think? All right, let's do this. All right. There we go. All right, this is already different a little bit. Being a friend. Wait, let's see. Check the graphics. Why? What's up with the graphics settings? What can you do differently? Awkward. Thank you for being a friend, Skadavia. Thank you for the host. You think Windows? Well, it looks fine. Yeah, it looks good. So we're just gonna, I don't know. Okay. There we go. We already watched the opening, so let's play. Nothing, it's fine. Alright, so we've got, you can look around.
The beach is covered with a fine-grained white sand.
Thanks.
The ocean appears calm, but there's a dimpling pattern to the surface which indicates an undertow.
Oh, really?
A long plank lies on the beach. No doubt it once belonged to Alexander's ship.
Underneath the plank is Alexander's crushed shipmates that he convinced to come along by promising them gold.
Alexander pushes the plank to one side.
Oh, good.
A box has been partially buried under sand.
Nice. What's the box? Oh, what's this?
There's nothing of interest in that.
Right there.
There's nothing of interest. Alexander takes the coin and leaves the ruined box where it is.
Coin.
Alexander has no use for the ship debris.
Well, that's a lie. Now let's quick save. Save, new save. Life's a beach, guys. All right, what's this? It's another little glinting thing.
Alexander picks up his royal insignia ring from the beach.
Well, that's pretty important. Okay, also, can we up the speed just a little bit? Oh, look, 3 out of 231. And you think it took you over a week to find that coin? I'm just a Sierra game veteran by now, so I'm just like,
Alexander has
look for glinting things.
Alexander has no wish to disturb the green plants.
Why, are they poison ivy?
The island is covered with lush green plants.
Don't worry, it'll take me over a week to
The island
find
is
something
covered
else.
with lush green plants. The remains of Alexander's sailing ship lie dashed upon the distant shore.
I just want to make sure there's nothing else I can do.
The sand is warm to the touch.
Okay.
Alexander has no taste for salt water.
Well, no, it's not a good idea to drink salt water, Alexander. Thanks. Oh, wow. This looks really... It's just so cool to see original Sierra graphics. I'm like, look, it's Sierra. Okay, what's this here?
A hollow in the trunk of the old tree forms a perfect nesting place for wildlife.
Or for me to steal something out of here.
Alexander examines the tree's hollow, but finds nothing of interest.
Can we climb up the...
Alexander can see no reason to clamber about on the old
Clamber.
tree. He would only scar its bark.
I'd only scar its bark. Why are his hands claws? This was your first Sierra game? Such a sad noob you were, DS6?
The large ferns would be of little use to Alexander.
Yes, now...
Alexander sees nothing to do there.
Look, I just want to make sure that we're doing...
In the distance, a majestic castle shines in the sun.
Well, by all means, let's go there. I thought I speeded him up, but I guess not. There's that classic Sierra tinkling in the background. Oh, what are these, dog soldiers? What's this here?
There's a little hut just off the path. Perhaps the guard dogs have an occasional use for it, but it looks empty now.
Alright, well, let's save here. Dogs? For real? Okay. Alright, here we go. That's what's in here. Oh, we can hide in here, it looks like. From what? I don't know.
No strangers may enter the castle of the crown.
Okay.
Alexander politely addresses the odd-looking guards at the castle doors, hoping to learn more about his predicament.
Good day to you, guards. I was cast upon this island in a storm,
my goodness.
and I'm a little confused about my location. Could you tell me what place this is and who lives in this castle?
Hey, what is that you say? A castaway? A likely story. We haven't had any foreigners in this part since Alhazred arrived.
Alhazred?
Don't be so rude, Gruff. He's not asking for any secrets. You're standing on the Isle of the Crown, lad, and this is the Castle of the Crown. The royal family resides here. Rather, what's left of the royal family.
The Isle of the Crown? But tell me, am I anywhere near the land of the Green Isles?
This is the land of the Green Isles. The Isle of the Crown is the
Didn't
main
you learn
island,
this in
foolish
social
boy.
studies?
Then Princess Cassima must live in this very castle.
Aye, the princess is indeed our treasure jewel to guard, and we consider it an honor.
She's a potted plant, is what they're saying. DS6 says, those are definitely the good-looking portraits. Nice. Alright, well, can we...
Excuse me, guardsmen. Guard dogs. I've been
Guard-
traveling for months to
not
see
people.
Princess Cassima.
I'm sorry,
give me a
but the
clicker.
princess is not receiving visitors, particularly not strangers.
Can we show our ring? Seems like a good time.
Alexander decides to show his royal insignia ring to the Castle of the Crown guards.
Yeah, go
With
right
all
ahead,
his
Ben
papers
Plunk.
lost
If it
in
doesn't
the
go through, I'll
shipwreck,
repost
It is
it.
the only possible calling card he can think of.
Okay.
Good day. I'm Prince Alexander of Daventry. I'm an acquaintance of Princess Cassima. If you could just inform her that I'm here, please.
So everyone says.
Really?
Let me
Do
just
people
look at
knocking
that
down your
ring.
door?
What does it say, Gruff?
Kingdom of Daventry, Prince Alexander. Wait here while I go see what Captain Saladin thinks of this.
Uh-oh. Is that blood in the inside? What's that? Oh, he's like a
The
collie?
guard returns a moment later with a majestic-looking creature. Captain Saladin speaks with a voice that is gentle, but reflects a will of iron.
His grandmother was
Prince
Lassie.
Alexander of Daventry, I presume. I'm afraid I'm unfamiliar with your country.
I love
but I'm
this
sure
voice.
Wazir Alhazred will want to meet you, if indeed you are a friend of the princess. Please follow me.
This is so great. I'm the grandson of Lassie. Great-grandson of Rin Tin Tin.
Lord Alhazred, a visitor to see you. Prince Alexander of Daventry.
Such a majestic
What is
commander.
it that you seek, Prince Alexander?
Pardon the intrusion, my lord, but I came to see Princess Cassima. Some months ago, my father, King Graham, saved my family and I from imprisonment under an evil wizard named Mordak.
The same wizard that kidnapped the princess?
Exactly. When my father rescued us, he also liberated Cassima and sent her home.
Then your father has my gratitude, and that of the entire kingdom. But I'm afraid I still fail to see the purpose of your
You're
visit.
purposeless.
Well, I came to make sure that Cassima arrived safely and to pay my respects. Before we parted, She gave me an invitation to
And
visit.
a kiss.
I have no doubt she did exactly that at the time, Prince Alexander. However, things have greatly changed
Who's
for
this dude in the
Cosima since her
background?
ordeal in Mordak's castle.
Ding!
Cosima's parents both became ill and died while she was gone. Cosima is sequestered in mourning for them as befits a princess. She is not receiving visitors
his
of
sword drawn?
any kind.
Well, that seems bad.
Even if she were, I do not think your visit would be appropriate. You see, it is time for Cosima
Good to
to
know
take
girls
her
like West.
responsibilities seriously. With her parents gone, she no longer has the luxury to be a carefree maiden.
Luxury.
As was her parents'
You can tell they
wish,
got professional voice
Cosima and
actors.
I are to be wed. We shall rule the kingdom together. I assure you, our
ruling
marriage
together.
is all Cosima wants now. As a prince and a gentleman, it would be best that you leave before there is any further embarrassment.
I see. I suppose that I was mistaken. I thought for certain that Cosima... Well, I apologize.
A young man sees what he wishes to see.
I don't
I'm
know,
sorry
that
you've
phrase sounds
wasted your
gross.
time traveling to the land
The
of
sword
the
was
Green
not drawn. How
Isles.
else we could see it?
May your
Ba-dum,
journey
boom.
home be swift.
Perhaps I will take the opportunity to look around your fair land while I'm here.
I would advise against that. The kingdom is rather, shall we say,
They're
inhospitable
a big fan of
these
these
days.
quotes.
But it is your neck. You may risk it if you please. Captain Saladin will escort you from the castle. Good
Day, sir. Who's this dude? He's like, sorry, man.
You have had your hearing with Wizir Al-Hazred. I trust you'll respect his wishes and not return. I have been instructed not to let you into the castle
Really?
again. Good day, my lord.
Captain Saladin whispers something to the guard dogs at the castle gate,
Great.
and they nod with understanding.
Whoop whoop. It says Bim Clunk. Or just one whoop. Sorry, Bim Clunk, I misquoted you. One whoop.
Alexander has a feeling they won't be letting him into the castle again.
No. Oh, boo. Cassie, how could you? Alright, let me... I said good... Good day. Alright, hang on. I want to look at this. Sorry for being so misquoted. Whoa, alright. Here we go. I'm gonna look... Oh, that was... I like the one... Yeah, I definitely like this one better. You guys did show up to the, I don't know if it showed up or not, but here's the, just in case you guys didn't get it. Oops, that's not the right one. That's so weird. Stop doing that. Why are you popping back up? I didn't want you to pop back up. Just wanted to copy you. Okay, there you go. That shows you the original, what Alexander looked like. Okay, so they're not letting me in. Okay, let's go this way and see if we can walk. Can we climb up any vines? Can we not go this way? Or am I just, like, at the weird edge? Okay, I can't... There's a path that goes literally this way. Yeah. His hair looks better. Why are you not... I can go this way, right, guys? There we go. I was gonna say, can I climb up these vines?
The vines are too flimsy to support Alexander.
Alexander ate too many taquitos from Taco Bell.
The bushes are probably not hiding anything useful. Besides, they are too prickly to examine closely.
Well, let's look at the wall.
The side of the castle is one big blank wall. Vines have begun to...
Stucco walls, huh? Alright, well, let's go this way.
The narrow path ends abruptly at a pile of boulders.
Can we climb those boulders?
Alexander has no need. The wall is quite solid. Alexander's hands would give way long before the wall did.
Well, dang it. Boo, boo, boo. Can we go around this side? Nope, we can just hide in there. Alright. Fine. Most distressing. Alright, let's go into town and get some... Whoa! We suddenly lost the top of our hair. We said... I feel like Alexander's toupee flew up in the wind.
Alexander sees...
Oh boy. Oh, look at this. Ye old pawn shop. Pawn Stars. We got this guy over here.
An old beggar is peddling his wares in the village. He offers a variety of lamps, all neatly lined up on a long
Well, let's
pole.
talk to him.
Good day, peddler.
Good day, sir. If you would like to get one of my fine new lamps, I'll need an old lamp in trade.
Isn't it a rather bad business? Taking old lamps and giving new lamps in exchange?
Well, there's always
Oh,
a
there's
chance
genies.
that I'll find a genie. If I had a genie, well, I'd be richer than a king. Besides, there's always a roaring business in antique
Really?
luminaries.
How fare you, peddler?
Lad,
No, I don't have an old lamp yet. Let's go in the pawn shop and see. Oh, there's books too. There's always books.
Good day.
Hello. Let's talk to you.
Good day, merchant. What can you tell me about the land of the Green Isles?
I can tell you she is in a dark time. Without the ferry, communication between the islands has
What
ground
happened to the
a
ferry?
halt, and so nearly has my business. Why the long ages of peace have ended, and why the crown has not done something about it is beyond me. But then, I am a shopkeeper, not a politician, and can only hope for better days.
Sounds good. Okay.
How bide you, good?
Quite well, though a purchase would not hurt me any.
The dusty shop remains peacefully quiet.
Okay, what's this here?
Alexander is
I
already...
meant the eye, not that.
An elegant little glass dish decorates the countertop. The dish is full of green mints offered
Green
for the
mints?
enjoyment of the customer.
Yum.
Alexander takes a mint.
We've taken a mint. There we go. Alright, anything else that looks like buying?
The back wall of the shop holds various odds and ends. For example, a hull hole detector for finding those hard-to-spot holes in small sailboats.
Okay. Maybe Link from Hyrule visited and has a grudge against fairies and fairies. Hey, listen. Alright.
An old suit of armor stands in the pawn shop. It looks like a vigilant guard against thieves and carpet salesmen, even though it is
There's a crystal
headless.
ball there that looks really useful.
The land of the Green Isles must have at least one inhabitant with interest in the mystical, for a crystal ball
There's
has
also
been
a
traded
skeleton right
in,
over
along
here
with the
too.
more common household goods. Alexander will know his future soon enough if he just keeps on with his adventure. It wouldn't be fair
I think
to
it would
peek.
be very fair to peek.
If Alexander wants anything from the pawn shop, he'll have to first give the pawn shop owner something in trade.
We have a coin.
I have this copper coin. Is it of any value to you at all?
Most interesting. I have never seen a Daventry coin before, but it is copper genuine enough. I might even find a buyer who is interested in foreign currency. The items on the front counter are the only things in the store that I can let go for the price of 1 copper. You may make your choice from there.
Alexander looks at the items on the counter to make his selection.
Oh boy.
Have you an interest in tinder boxes? This one is only slightly battered. It holds a good supply of flint, a sturdy striking pad, and even a candle in case you find yourself with naught else to hold the flame. Ah, yes, the painter's brush. It was well used by one of the island's best painters. There's a lot of creativity in that brush, and
We're going to use all these
bristles are
items,
still
aren't we?
in good condition. The flute is only made of plain wood, but its notes are fine and true. I see you have noticed my mechanical nightingale. She is made of plain tin, but she sings the sweetest song you can imagine, barely distinguishable from the real thing.
Alright, I don't know.
I'm really not interested in anything on the counter at this time.
As you wish. Here is your coin back.
Slightly battered for that frail crunch when fried. Alright, so now we know there's a bunch of stuff. We don't have... Okay, let's go through here and see what we need. So we know there's a bunch of things that we're going to need to trade in and out for quests. There's books in here. Let's go check out the books.
Hello. I will be right up.
Bad guy here.
Now, what can I do for you?
I don't know. Who's this guy?
Good day, sir.
Wait.
Good day, sir.
The mysterious old man just ignores Alexander.
That's weird. Alexander's not used to being ignored.
Good day, sir. I'm a stranger in this land. What can you tell me about the land of the Green
And
Isles?
what do you think of my
That
jaunty
is
yellow
quite
neck
a
scarf?
question, young man. Who are you, and what would you have me tell you?
My name is Alexander. I know I'm on the Isle of the Crown, but I'd
Sorry
like
for
to
the
know
young guys.
whatever you can tell me about this island, and if there are other islands nearby.
You are indeed a stranger. Anxious is the man who knows not the customs of the land beneath his feet. This island is called the Isle of the Crown, because the royal family's castle is here. Besides the castle, we also have this village, and the docks over to the west. There are at least 3 other islands. The Isle of the Sacred Mountain, the Isle of the Beast, and the Isle of Wonder.
I think we need 4 all in a row.
At least 3? Does no one know for certain?
This is no ordinary land, Alexander. The land of the Green Isles has always
so
been a
dumb,
place of
Alexander.
vague boundaries, as if islands come and go. Legend speaks of a 4th island, an isle shrouded in mists. I myself have never seen it. Then, too, the land of the Green Isles is said to exist on the boundaries of this world and the next. Even darker places are reputed to be closer here than anywhere else in the world.
That's quite a claim.
It is, actually.
Claim, yes, but probably just local superstition. We who live here on the Isle of the Crown, at least, sleep well enough at
We
night.
try anyway.
Those first 3 islands you mentioned, how might I learn more about them?
Ideally, a young man seeking such knowledge would travel to their shores and learn about them firsthand.
Okay, so you're not going to help us at all.
Meeting the leaders of each place would be helpful, naturally. Unfortunately, the ferry no longer runs between the islands. There has been much political unrest, and it has been too dangerous to travel for years. Perhaps the ferryman can tell you more. He has little enough to do these days. And if you haven't been there already, you might seek an audience at the castle.
Thank you kindly, merchant, for all your good advice.
Ah, but advice is free, Alexander. Making use of it costs much more.
Oh, wow. Thank you so much for the info dump. Books? Maybe? Now who are you? Are you the ferryman?
Good day, sir.
Okay, anything else on the walls I need to see?
These shelves hold a collection of oddly titled guidebooks. Alexander notices such books as How to Become King with Little or No Rupees Down, Finding the Right Girl with the Right Dowry, and Why Good Princesses Like Bad Wizards.
What's this here?
A stone
What's
fireplace.
this here?
There's a book entitled The Changing Role of Court Entertainers Through the Ages on the small table in the reading area. It appears that some regular customer likes that book.
Can I pick it up?
Alexander rests his feet for a moment. Alexander picks up and leafs idly through a book called The Changing Role of Court Entertainers Through the Ages. Well, that was refreshing.
Did we learn anything? I know what that is right there.
Alexander picks up the book from the small table.
Oh, yes, please, take that book. You have my most humble thanks for doing so, good sir.
Really? Thanks.
What is that book?
Alexander is carrying a book from the bargain table in the bookshop.
What does it say on it, though?
Alexander...
I don't know what it says. It's a bargain book.
There's a small table near the door that bears a sign. The sign has undergone a number of changes. It once read 10 pence, but that was crossed out and replaced with 5 pence, then 1 pence, then free. The sign currently reads, "Take one, please." The table is now empty.
Because we took it, but I don't know what the book is. Is there any books up here we can look at?
Alexander is not interested in those self-help books.
Alexander thinks he's full of himself and thinks he doesn't need to change anything.
Thinking of Cosima,
Oh,
Alexander
no.
decides to leaf through one of the volumes
Not
of
love poetry, dude.
He reads, "Thy hair, thy lips, thy beauteous face, and all thy studied female grace have won for thee anon a place within this broken breast." Not bad. And another. "Upon the shore the lilies bend, untouched by worldly care, where shadow they her earthly bed, oh, that she were not there." Yikes. And another. "What was it when I looked at you? What power has chained me
Okay,
through
these are
and
too
through,
intense for you,
and binds
Alexander.
my heart with links so
You need to
tight,
say, "You
I
like
cannot
me,"
live without the sight
And then
of
little
you.
box, yes or no.
What nameless thing has captured
That's
me
what you need.
and made me powerless to
Encore.
flee? What thing is it without a name that brings my mind e'er back the same to thee? The name of love cannot apply. Its commonness does not decry the haunted, hunted, painful cry that my heart makes for you, that e'er my soul eternal makes for you.
A little close to home, that
Roses
one.
are red, violets
Alexander
are blue.
returns the love poem book to the shelf.
Oh, what's that? Oh, look, we can pick it up.
Alexander picks up the fallen page. It's the love poem he particularly liked. It must have fallen out of the poetry book.
Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2.
I see that old volume has lost another page. You may keep it if you like, sir. I have glued the stubborn thing back in place 2 times
This guy is not a good
already.
bookshop owner. He's giving away
I
books.
do rather like it.
He's letting
Thank
books
you, merchant.
like fall apart. Not good.
Alexander is a little old for those children's
I don't
books.
think he is.
There's no reason to touch that. Alexander isn't interested in the cookbooks on that shelf. He's had an aversion to cooking ever since he experimented with a certain cookie recipe involving cat hair and fish oil.
Working is VGA. What's this up here?
Alexander has no ambition to set himself up as a merchant.
Is this just the chair?
Alexander rests his feet for a moment. Alexander picks up and leafs idly through a book called... Well, that was refreshing.
Alright, so... Save here, because we got a bunch of stuff out of there. Yes. Alright. Sorry, I have some hair was on my nose. Alright.
The battered chest does not interest Alexander. It's probably full of plain earthenware. Alexander is not in the market for pottery just now in his life.
Okay. A book called, well, that was refreshing.
Old lamps
Cat hair should have really
for
done.
new. Old lamps
Should have been a good
for
good way.
new.
We already talked to you about this, man. I'll talk to you again just in case you forgot.
How fare you, peddler? Hello? Is anyone here?
No answer, there's a peddler right there. I don't see what... Oh, who's this person?
Alexander is greeted with silence.
A book called F5.
Alexander doesn't want to intrude.
You lazy thing! Get back to work and stay away from those roses! I've told you 1,000,000 times.
Jeez.
Those flowers are
Mean
too
Grandma.
sweet for the likes of you. You've still got to do the breakfast dishes, make lunch, and clean the stables yet this morning.
Boy.
And get your veil back on. No one wants to look at your face.
Wow.
Yes, stepmother.
That's bad.
Alexander has not been invited to pick the family's
Do
roses.
it anyway.
Alexander doesn't want to intrude on... Alexander can't reach the
How are you
house's
supposed to go knock if you can't get in there? Great.
The house is made of stucco in an architectural style native
Or
to the
California.
island. It is apparently quite old since climbing vines embrace its exterior.
Sure, man. Fun fact, I hit the F5 key instead of the first time I tried to type that.
Alexander is standing on a dirt street leading through the village. To his right is a fine house with a private yard. The yard is surrounded by a gated fence and is full of red rose hedges. The street continues off to the northwest, from which direction Alexander can feel a light sea breeze.
Sea breeze, anyone? Oh, what's going on here?
Hey, stranger, come join me. The water is wonderful, and I can show you the way to the next
This guy
island.
seems like a liar. Alright, let me save it, because this guy seems like a real liar. Lies! Diver. King's Quest 6, Cinderella Strikes Back, exactly.
Come on, jump in. A little water won't
Yeah,
hurt
it's gonna
you.
kill me, and you're a jerk.
Considering the poor condition of the shore, it looks like the easiest way to get into the water is just to jump
We're
off
gonna
the pier.
drown, because he's a merman who wants to kill us.
The powerful currents grab Alexander. Struggle as he might, he feels himself being pulled out to sea.
Not a very good swimmer,
No.
are you?
Help me!
Sorry, I think not.
You're a psychopath, man.
As his head submerges for the third time, Alexander finds himself pondering the wisdom of going out on a limb for a stranger.
Wow. Oh, thanks.
Tickets. Oh,
Tickets.
next.
Thanks, game.
Alexander couldn't handle those currents. That boy must be an unbelievably strong swimmer.
Or just a jerk. Yeah, I could tell from the way he's like...
Come on, jump in. A little water won't hurt you.
Yeah, I will.
What are you waiting for? I said I'd show you how to get to the next island, didn't
No,
I?
you're a liar. I can definitely tell. Also, death expected
That's
1.
strange. The young boy in the water just disappeared. Oh well, perhaps he just dove under
The
the
young
water.
boy just disappeared. He's not a real boy. I'm not a real boy. DS6 is death expected 1. Unexpected 0.
Yeah, what do you want?
To get to the other island?
Alexander promises himself that he will
Okay.
Alexander...
Can I talk to him?
The ferryman doesn't seem interested in shaking...
Go away, the ferry's out.
Why is the ferry out of business?
I said the ferry's out of business. What do you want to keep
Why
bothering
is
me
the ferry...
for?
That looks really good, by the way, that animation.
Alexander The boat does not... The boat does not reply.
Go away, the...
Can I talk to him? Why are you out of business? That's important.
I said the ferry's out of business. What do you want to keep bothering me for?
Because you're a jerk, I guess. I don't know.
Alexander promises himself that he will not... Alexander promise...
Go away!
Great, so I can't get in there at all?
The cargo bay is unlikely to hold anything of interest, or have a very pleasant smell after months of dry docking. Alexander decides not to descend into the dark hole.
What's this down here?
The boat as a whole is in such sad shape that it's just not worth Alexander's time to try to fix that hole. Alexander wouldn't know what to do with the old bag of sand.
I think you would.
That boat is not...
Okay.
What would Alexander do with that
I
huge
don't know.
sheet of canvas?
Build wings, maybe?
What would Alexander's hand would do nothing to sway the sturdy mast. There's no reason...
Well, okay, well... Oh, why is it getting dark? Oh, is this a timed puzzle? This makes me nervous. It looks pretty pink and sunsetty over there.
An old beggar is peddling...
Okay, well...
Old lamps!
Good day.
Alright, can I take one of those things? I don't know what I would use it for.
How abide you, good merchant?
Quite well, though a purchase would not hurt me any.
Okay.
The counter feels...
Well, what do we need? I don't know.
I believe I will trade in...
Certainly. You may choose something.
I think I'd like
Let's see if we can repair it with the painter's brush.
Very well. Your coin is well spent.
I'll remember. Thank you.
The pawn shop is too...
Okay, so I got some points from that, but I don't know if that's going to help me or not. I also kind of need to get into the castle, because I need to talk to Cassima, because I'm pretty sure she's not really thrilled about this whole marrying the vizier situation, seeing that it seems like no one has ever wanted to marry a vizier. Hey, dude.
The cargo bay is...
Let's see what's in here.
I said the ferry's out of business. What do you want to keep bothering me for?
There's nothing to do...
There's nothing to do here?
The cargo bay is...
I saw him go down in...
A small hatch leads down into the dark cargo
it's dark.
area.
Oh.
Go away, the ferry...
Okay, maybe I can look into it. Hang on a second. Oh, Bimclick says this is what the pawn shop owners look like in the other version. Alright, let me look. First of all, let me copy. Paste. And then let me see. Oh, yeah. I like the version we have. I think it's obviously the... Yeah, that's fine to post, Bimclunk. I just reposted it in case it sometimes doesn't let links go up there. So, here, can I use... Let me see if I can use the brush on the side of this thing. Is this a magic brush?
There's no reason to use that on the boat.
Really?
There's no reason...
Okay, well, let me see. Can I load? Okay, cancel. Let's play. I was going to load up, but I won't worry about it. I want to go back and trade this for the maybe the flint and see if we can see into the dark cargo hold. I don't know why...
Good day.
Alright, I'm going to trade the brush in for something else.
Would you mind if I traded this in?
Certainly not,
Okay.
stranger.
Let's
Alexander.
see.
I believe I'll...
Tinderbox.
Very good, sir. Enjoy.
Thank you very much. Let's go see if we can look in there now, because we have a tinderbox. Back before tinderbox, tinder meant only a tinderbox and not anything else. Here we go. Sorry, Cinderella. Hopefully there's a... Okay, come on. Stop being a jerk. So he's going to go in there. Alright, so then I take my lamp. Look in there.
There's no reason to use...
Okay, yes there is.
Alexander feels his... That boat is...
Stop being a jerk. Come here.
There's no reason
Yes, you said you couldn't see in there.
There's
Let me
no
try and
reason.
look.
A small hatch leads down into the dark cargo area.
Okay, well, wouldn't the lamp lighten that up?
There's no need for...
There's no need for extra light? Are you kidding me?
What would Alexander do? The door is closed.
Alright, let's get the flute. Maybe we need to play for Cassima outside of the castle or whatever. Maybe she'll be able to hear us and see us and then be like, help me! Maybe that's a plan. Otherwise, I'm not sure how we're going to get her attention.
Good day.
We have a mint. That seems helpful. I'm sure it will be.
Would you mind if I traded?
Not a problem.
Certainly not,
Alexander...
Let's grab...
I'll take the flute.
Very good, sir. Enjoy the flute.
Remember, I will always take it back in trade. I like his pompadour that goes back. It's a very 80s look there. Alright, come on, let's go this way. Come on. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, I'm out of drink. I drank all my orange tea, guys. Now my mouth's just gonna get drier and drier. If only the flute was shaped like a box, I could just hold it in my head and not say anything and just stare into the middle distance. Get over here. Let's see if we can play the flute someplace and she can hear us. Let's play it. Hopefully he's good at playing the flute. I didn't even ask that question.
Why would Alexander want to use that on
Just
the cat?
play it.
Alexander plays a lovely little tune on the flute.
Doesn't do anything. Come on.
There's no reason to...
He's really jamming out.
Alexander plays a lovely little tune on the flute.
I really must get inside the castle to see the princess. Perhaps this will convince you.
Begone! We have no interest in anything you carry. You are not welcome at the castle.
Great. I think I can lock the cursor by just doing Control F10, right? Because Control F9 or Control F10 shuts down the game. So I don't remember which one it is. I can lock my cursor, I think, with that on.
Alexander plays a lovely... Alexander doesn't want to disturb...
Can I go down here and play a lovely little tune? There's literally only 4 places I can go in this burg. Yeah, the problem is I can't quite. What if I'm carrying the flu? What if I'm carrying the avian flu, guys? Then you would have to let me in. There we go. That worked for some reason. Maybe if you play the flute, a mermaid will show up and give us something useful. Control F10. Thank you. Yes, Dark. Hi, this is my first time playing King's Quest 6. Yes, yes.
Alexander plays a lovely little tune on the flute.
Control F10. Yeah, I always, there we go. No, it didn't work. Nope, it still lets me go off book here. Alright, I can't, I already found the stuff over here. I found a box underneath there. I found my ring, I think, or one of them. I found a coin. Now I have the flute. Hey, Great White Hope. The Quest of Kings. Yes. The Kings of Quests. Alright. It is a command on DOSBox, yes, but some of them still work on ScumV.
Alexander is standing on a sunny village street. There are open shops to his right, a hard-packed path beneath his feet, and palm trees waving over his head.
Hands down your favorite adventure
To the
game
north,
still?
a key-shaped arch leads to
Nice. Can I go out this way? No. Alright. What happens if I play the flute here? I thought it was too awkward. But normally, when it was in DOSBox, it wouldn't lock it either. Like, it wasn't automatically locked. Usually when I start up DOSBox, it's automatically locked in here until I unlock it. I'm enjoying it. What did he say when I did this?
There's no reason
Can I put that in here?
Would you accept this in exchange for one of your lamps, peddler?
I'm playing it in ScumV,
I am
Doug.
only interested in old
But you can't play it in
lamps,
DOSBox.
son. Sorry.
It's only interested in old lamps. Oh, is it Control M? Thank you. Worked. Who's that?
The man seems busy with his chores and isn't interested in
Why
Alexander.
not? Why are the Windows graphics better? I think I have the better graphics.
Good day again. How may I help you?
Who's this dude? Let's talk to him.
Good day, sir.
See, they're nice
Is
graphics.
there anything you can tell me about the land of the Green Isles?
I'm sorry, but I have no time for idle conversation. I'm too worried about
Who is this guy?
Excuse me again, sir. You mentioned the princess.
I told you I'm not interested in talking to strangers.
I'm not a stranger.
Excuse me again, sir. You mentioned the princess.
I told you I'm not interested in talking to strangers.
I don't know why. Because we were playing in Scum.
Excuse
That's
me
what I
again,
picked
sir.
in Scum, I think.
You mentioned the princess.
I told you I'm not interested.
I'm not a stranger.
Determined to learn more about the strange man's relationship with the princess, Alexander shows the man his insignia ring and formally introduces himself.
I'm sorry to insist, but my name is Alexander of Daventry, and...
I appreciate the offer of the ring, Alexander, but I'm afraid I'm already spoken. Daventry? Where have I heard of Daventry? Flying flit mice. You must be Prince Alexander.
Yes.
Casima told me about you when she arrived
So
home.
sad.
How came you here?
Why, by a ship, now wrecked upon the sand. But you know Casima? She truly spoke of me?
Yes, I saw her briefly when she first returned home. She mentioned a prince to me, the Prince Alexander of Daventry. I'm afraid that was before she was told about her parents' deaths.
Oh no.
You see, she arrived home a few weeks too late. The king and queen thought they'd never see her again. It is said they died of heartbreak. I'm afraid she's blamed herself.
What a terrible homecoming. If we had only known.
Terrible indeed.
Don't get
poor
snot on
thing.
me. Don't give
Everyone
me your
in the
cold.
kingdom seems to despair with her these days. The streets are silent.
Where is she now?
The princess is sequestered in mourning. It's a rather dated tradition, and not required, but the Wazir says
I read the
she
book earlier and
insisted
figured it
out
was
of
important.
respect.
Plus I just
I
talked
see.
to whoever's here.
You've yet to say who you are, and how you know the princess.
I? Oh, pardon me. My name is Jalo. I am clown to the royal
His
court,
head's doing weird
and have
things.
been since the marriage of Casima's parents, King Calipham and Queen
You're watching it, bro.
Alamia. Oh, those were the happy days.
Try.
The pair of them were so full of joy and life, so in love. And Casima's birth. It would be hard to explain how long they had waited.
Really?
How they had hoped for
Just
a
explain
child.
it.
I mean, she was such a charming little thing. Smart as a whip. Kind and sweet. Oh, she means everything to this kingdom, Alexander, and to me. I'm so terribly worried about her.
About her grief over her parents, you mean?
Well, the truth
Oh
is,
no, Dark.
I do not trust the Wazir or his plans for Cassima. I'm still living at the Castle of the Crown as court clown, his clown. But it is more to keep my ear to the ground than out of loyalty. I wish I knew what the princess thinks these days. If only I could find Sing Sing,
Nice.
Cassima's pet nightingale. I might be able to send the princess a message. As it is, I must wait for the end of her seclusion. Now I'm afraid I must hurry back to the castle. I'll try to return to the bookshop again later.
Thank you for speaking with me, Jallo. I hope we meet again soon.
Thanks, Jallo. Now I just know I need to take the artificial nightingale with me and call a nightingale. Dark says, while it doesn't have as many dead ends as the other Sierra games, there are a few really bad dead man walking moments that the game will not let you know, and you might not know for an hour later. Oh, that sucks. You said you missed the you missed this conversation. The only reason I need to do this is because I read the book earlier, and I figured he was the clown. This game merits multiple playthroughs, though, and requires very careful concentration. Most solutions are told to you by NPCs here. If you know your fairy tale lore like a pro, you'll be good. Well, I hope so. Should be good. We'll be good. Wait, why did... Oh, because this is the second page. I'm like, why? Okay. Clowns. Send in the clowns. Alright. So, we just found out that he's trying to find the princess's nightingale, which means we need a nightingale. Which means now we finally know... Sierra logic is you need a mechanical nightingale. You don't need bird food. You need a mechanical nightingale to get a real nightingale. I can just tell. So let's trade this out and get a real nightingale, or a fake one to get a real one. Ouch! Just slammed me. No, wait, that's so small. Sorry, Proto Blaster. And thank you for being a friend, Proto Blaster. I appreciate it.
If Alexander wants to exchange one of his possessions for an...
I was.
Would you
no,
mind
no
if
problem.
Certainly not.
Alexander...
Okay.
That mechanical nightingale looks intriguing. I believe I'll take
Oops, yeah, that was so small.
Very good, sir. Enjoy the mechanical nightingale.
Alright, there's also a place, so they told us the tree was a good place for nesting animals, and I looked in there, was not one. So I'm going to assume that the tree this way is where the nightingale is. If not, we'll look someplace else, but they literally told me. The voice actor from the pawn shop owner is freaking Dave Fenoy. Wow.
Alexander doesn't see a reason to put that. Alexander winds
They hired
the
real
mechanical
voice actors this
nightingale
time. They said so in the
and listens
manual.
to its
It's like the
sweet,
first
sunny
time.
tune.
Love the Golden Girls. I do too. No problem, Brett. Welcome. Now, if this is a Sierra game, it should land in the tree. No?
Alexander doesn't...
Really?
Alexander winds...
Really? Great. I thought that would be the solution. I'm like, they told us that's a perfect place for an animal to nest. Unless, do I just have to look in there and the nightingale's just sitting there? Crap. I'm just gonna walk all the way up here. Might as well try this really quick. Also, there's a very healthy amount of Tony J in here. Yeah, it's so funny it took them so long to hire professional voice actors. Like, they had the money to long before this. It's just funny. They're like, oh, you mean there's people that their whole career is doing voice acting? Maybe we should hire them. Hey, Clever Dan, this is one of your favorite games. This is I've played a lot of Sierra games, but this is my first playthrough on this.
Why would Alexander want...
I don't...
Why would...
There we go.
Alexander winds the mechanical
Have fun with it,
nightingale
thanks. I will.
and listens to its
I love
sweet...
Sierra games, and I'm having a good time. Do. Alright, no, nothing happened. Dark's excited I'm playing this for the first time. No, I played the one after this, King's Quest VII, but I have not played this one. and I've played 1 through 5 recently. King's Quest 7 I played when I was a kid. And I didn't ever finish it because there was a glitch on this one part where a cave, I couldn't get the subtitles to work, and the cave was supposed to give me a clue, but like something was wrong with the sound. Alright, so that didn't work. Oh, actually, let's just check in here quick.
Alexander examines.
Really? Boo. Unless this is the nightingale he was talking about. Was he talking about a real nightingale or a fake one? Because...
Good day again.
Dark says, this is bringing me back to playing the game when I was 8 or 9. Seriously, it feels so good when you solve every puzzle. There's not a single puzzle that's not just enjoyable to solve. It oozes whimsy and charm. Yeah, which is awesome, because some Sierra puzzles are not fun to solve. Bird Blaster said, I think the only Sierra game I've ever played was The Incredible Machine, or whatever it's called. I think I've heard of that. I've never played The Incredible Machine.
Alexander winds the...
Okay, nope. Come on. Alright, let's try here. This has got to be the solution. Not everyone is great as far as logic is concerned, but they all pay off in great ways.
Alexander
That's fun. See, I really thought with Sierra logic this would call the nightingale. Oh boy. Hang on, let me spam bot, hang on.
I said the ferry's at a...
Let's Control M. Oops. Oh no, DS, hang on.
The ferry's out of business.
Hang on, DS. Hang on a second. I'm trying to hit this thing and I can't. You guys are talking in chat and it totally, there we go. Oh my gosh. Oh, sorry. I'm so sorry. The chat, I was like right ready to click it and the chat totally moved up. Oh, you can see my inventory. Yeah, here we go. I've got a ring, I've got the coin, I've got a book, and I've got the poem. So sorry. At least the unbanning you is quick. The sad thing is it deleted all your old messages in chat. So sorry, guys. You won't. Okay. So all right. Let me go back and lock my mouse again. Alright, so we've got this. What are we going to do with... The only place I haven't used it is at the castle. Am I supposed to... I mean, I did, but like in front of the guards. I did. See, I really thought that... Did I do it here too? I don't know if I did here or not.
Good day.
I really thought if I played... Book, Mint, Nightingale, Ring, Poem... Gotcha, yep. I really thought if I played it near the tree, a nightingale would fly out, but I guess I was wrong. You'd be surprised how many people miss the coin. The only reason I knew to get the coin dark was because I've played other Sierra games, and I'm like, what's underneath this?
Old lamps.
What's underneath this piece of driftwood? Alright, let me try. The only spot I have to try is over here. Let's see if this works. I showed them the ring and said, look, I'm a prince. Alright, let's try this.
Alexander winds the...
Is this not the right thing to be doing? The fun bit is seeing the change dialogue by characters if you don't enter the castle. What if I did this over here? That doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Just hide over here.
There's no reason to put that in the hut.
Boy, Grumpy. Alright, so I've tried this thing in every place. Because they planned that and filmed completely different cutscenes for certain instances. It's crazy. They planned if you couldn't get into the castle. I mean, I guess if you didn't find the ring, but it's glinting on the shore. Can I put it in here, maybe?
Alexander
well,
doesn't...
I don't see a reason either, but I don't understand. What is this here, by the way?
Rocks abound on... Alexander
He has no need to carry around large rocks. He's not doing CrossFit. He's buff enough. He's manly enough to wear these puff sleeves. Okay, now I'm bummed. He's not going to take this for it, but...
Would you accept this in exchange for one of your lamps, peddler?
I am only interested in old lamps, son. Sorry.
Crap, why? So why have a nightingale? And they said they needed the princess's nightingale if we can't use this nightingale to...
Good day
Is
again.
there anything we can do? Maybe he'll tell us something new.
How fare you, merchant?
Wait, say this again. Sorry, dude.
How fare you, merchant?
Well, I would be better if I could only finish my manuscript. I am a budding novelist,
Oh.
you know.
How fare you, merchant?
You are a budding novelist? Well, it's just like he's a lit major. Dark says, okay, I'll be right back. Once you figure out this island, you get into the groove of this game. It's gonna click and be awesome. I love how safe this island is for solving the game's first puzzles, as opposed to a poisonous snake.
Old lamps for new!
Poisonous snake! What's this here?
Alexander
What
sees
is this
nothing.
water here?
Alexander is standing
What
on
is this?
Alexander is standing. Alexander is standing.
Old lamp!
Alexander sees no... Alexander
Okay,
sees...
what can we use this for? We need to get a nightingale.
Old lamps for new!
Let's see what we can get again.
Good day.
Hello, let's look what you got here, sir.
Would you mind if I...
Certainly not, stranger. Please.
Alexander...
So there's a paintbrush. Is the paintbrush magic? Could we use it on the castle? This looks, it's obviously for being in the dark. Okay.
I think I'd like
The only thing, yeah.
Very good, sir. Enjoy.
Thank you.
Will you? How good for you. Let's see if we can actually like paint. I don't know. Is it a magic paintbrush? Could we paint like a door on the side of the castle and go in? That would be cool. Looks like it's getting darker, which is making me nervous since there's timed puzzles. Oh, come on.
Alexander might have a paintbrush, but he does
Are
not
you
have any
kidding
paint.
me?
There's no reason
So
to...
they're saying we might be able to paint something on here, but we have no paint to paint it with? Well, that's good to know. Come on, move faster, dude. Alright, so here I am. I've got a Cinderella situation. Got red roses.
Good day.
Yeah, I don't know how any of this is going to help me with anybody.
Would you mind if I traded this?
Certainly not, stranger.
It's only things on the counter. Already tried this. Alright, let's pick up the Nightingale again.
Very good, sir.
Thank you.
Can I play it in here?
Alexander Wine.
Bum, 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 bum. Well, boo. So we can't go up here unless we're invited by the family?
Alexander.
Sorry, we're just gonna hear this song over and over again.
That would serve
Throw it
no
in the
purpose.
window.
Alexander doesn't want to
Doesn't want to intrude unless he's been invited. That just seems rude. Just go. Well, then you'll never be able to meet them because you can't get to their door. Can I go this way? Do I have to go on the road? It looks like I have to. I don't know if we've tried this yet. I just want to make sure.
I said
DS6
the
is
ferry's
probably a
out
good
of
person
business.
to ask.
What do you
Dark.
want to keep bothering me for?
Okay, let me see.
Alexander is a little busy. Alexander sees.
Go away, the
Crap.
That would serve.
We're gonna play it again.
Alexander winds the mechanic.
Be my friend. Look, I have this mechanical nightingale. No, nothing. It's weird that I can't talk to him like once he comes out of the cab.
Alexander feels his
it's
pocket.
really
That
it's really
boat.
hard to like actually.
I said the ferry's out of business.
Why is the
Alexander
No.
the sail, the rope, the rope.
Ah! Wouldn't let me talk. Alright, so... Crappin' weasels. I'm going over time a little bit because I'm enjoying this game so much. What? So I'm trying to call... The only solid lead I have is number one. Well, not the only one, but there's a bunch of stuff going on. Can I make stuff interact with itself in here?
There's no reason to use that on the mechanical nightingale.
Oh.
Alexander is all. The mechanical nightingale's hard tin. Alexander doesn't want
you to do that to his ring. Can we put the ring in the nightingale?
There's no reason to
Because
use
I was almost
that
like
on
for a
the
second
mechanical
maybe it would
nightingale.
fly away. I don't know what I was thinking. Maybe the mechanical nightingale is her nightingale and it's made to fly back home, but that's not what's happening.
Good day again.
The shopkeeper doesn't look like he would
What can we do?
and burn a perfectly good hand.
I don't know.
Ah, to consume all our earthly possessions in flame. That would
What's a
serve no
clarification? Like, is it something that I did that didn't work right? That I tried to do the right thing, but the game won't accept it because I did it in a slightly wrong way? Because I'm going to assume that's what it is.
Old lamps
for new. I'm gonna.
Old lamps for new.
If I try to do it and it's not letting me, then you tried real hard. But not hard enough. Okay. So, was it at the boat?
Old lamps for new.
Was it at the boat or was it someplace
Old
else?
lamps for new.
Old lamps for new. Old lamps for new. gave it the old college try. It's the thing I was worried about and happens to everyone, which is why I cry every time I watch this opening bit. How did anyone get past it then? Did they just keep trying? It's at the boat. Okay. Wait, do I have the right thing? Is it the nightingale or is it the lamp? Because if it's the lamp, I'll go back and get it. But if it's the nightingale, then I'll try now. Bum bum. Dun, dun. Your hand should be empty. Okay. Alright. I read your even though you put you, because I guess my brain just knew what you wanted to do. Alright, let's try this.
I said
The ferryman doesn't seem interested in...
Oh, wait, hang on.
Go away,
Well, it's hard to get empty hands here, apparently.
I said the ferry.
I have Brett, but Berto Blasters asked me, so Jen, out of curiosity, have you thought about putting a chat window in your stream?
Business.
I actually have done it before when I did Nintendo on Godie's channel, because he kind of requires it, but I find...
Alexander feels his pockets carefully to make sure he hasn't lost anything. That boat...
Yeah, I find that tends to slow down my OBS for some reason. How do you empty them? Yeah, that's a good question, because I don't know. Maybe by looking at things.
The mechanical nightingale is made of tin, painted dreary shades of brown to match the coloring of a real nightingale. A small key emerges from its back.
I'm just being cruel. Oh, DS6! You just mean I don't need something for my inventory.
That boat. The boat as a whole is in... The cargo bay is unlikely to hold anything of interest, or have a very pleasant smell after months of dry docking. That boat... Alexander can't...
Okay, what am I not doing right? What? So I've tried to do it before. Apparently,
that boat...
It's just talk to this guy. It's really hard to talk to this guy because, look, I'm right...
Alexander would have no
Yeah, that's why Britta Blaster says, oh, I see, I was just wondering. Yeah, because that's why I end up reading chat a lot.
Go away, the ferry's out of business.
But if you're watching this on a VOD, the chat's usually right next to it, unless you're watching it on YouTube, in which case it's
promises himself that he will not go
I don't understand, like, what?
Alexander feels...
This is such a tight space right here. Oh, no. Oh, no.
I said the ferry's
So it's because I've tried to talk to him?
The boat does not...
Oh my gosh!
My name is Alexander. The owner of the bookshop in the village told me you might be able to help me. I hear you used to run this ferry for the islands. I'd like to talk to you if you have a moment.
You say old Allie sent you? I can't see why. The ferry's not running,
Maybe it would be. You're right,
I understand. I'd just like to talk to you about the islands if you don't mind.
It's deliberately a jerk
I
move
guess
on
it'd
Sierra's
be all
part.
right if Allie sent you. Well, don't just stand there. Come on inside.
What?
What is it you wanted to talk about, young man?
Now he's friendly. Let's look around quick.
Alexander is sitting inside the ferry's cabin.
Requires perfect,
the place
pixel-perfect
displays
perfection,
the neatness
exactly.
of a seaman and the sparseness of a bachelor. There are few frills and comforts in the rough wooden environment, but the sunlight shines cheerily on the oaken beams, and the portholes admit a pleasant breeze. Alexander is sitting
Let's
in...
talk to him. Crying is over. The game can actually start now.
I'm a visitor to these islands. I'd like to learn what I can about the area.
So you said outside. What is it you want to know?
Well, for one thing, Why has the island's only
Yay,
ferry
the
been
game can
dry
actually
docked?
start.
Huh. It just ain't safe to sail these days. What with the islands feuding and all. Wazir Al-Hazred ordered the ferry closed till things
Because he's
settled
a jerk.
down. Me, I don't think
The
she'll ever
vizier.
see water again.
All
But
viziers
why
are
are
apparently
the
evil.
islands feuding?
You got me. Something about stolen property or some such thing. 'Tis a real shame. Things used to be so friendly.
Then this unrest is recent.
The bookstore owner is the
A
voice of
few
Papa
years is
Smurf. How
all,
cool.
But it's been long enough.
Perhaps if the ferry were repaired.
This old thing? This ferry's been out of water so long she's no longer even seaworthy. Her boards have dry rot. She'd fall apart at the first taste of seawater.
But there must be
We're gonna have
some
to
way
paint
to
this
get off
boat,
this
aren't we?
island.
There's only one other way to travel that I know of. A magic map. The
Oh,
owner of
there's
the
a magic
pawn
map.
shop can tell you more about that than I can, Alexander.
Nice. Okay, anything else we can talk to him about?
Tell me more about the ferry.
I remember when I used to ferry Queen Ilaria and Princess Cosima themselves. There was no thought of danger back then. They used to go visiting to care for the needy and to keep up the friendly relations
Not like
between
this
the
vizier
islands.
who's a jerk.
I remember their last trip. Things had started getting nasty by then, and when they came back aboard, I gathered that the queen and the princess had been received a bit coldly. Princess Cosima was such a pretty thing, and she was terribly upset. But who could be spreading these lies, she asked the queen, but the queen had no answer.
Oh, interesting. Dark said the icons I'm used to in the game are actually slightly smaller, so it's easier to find the perfect pixel. Yeah, it's just really hard. I don't know why they make it so difficult to talk to him.
What do you do now that the ferry no longer operates?
Me? I'm out of a job. The job my ancestors have held for generations.
Exposition
I'm
dump
the only one
time.
trained to avoid the reef and the rocks. But that knowledge does me no
Nope,
good
sorry.
now.
Is there no other boat on the island? One that might be more seaworthy?
Boats don't last long on these shoals, as you may have found out if you got here by
Yep.
ship. You can be quite sure that this old ferry is, or was, the only craft on the island.
Okay, anything else, sir?
Tell me more about
Tell me
Princess
more.
Cosima.
Ah, such a beautiful child, and so pure of heart.
I'm
Why, a
sure
contrary thought
some
has
contrary
never
thoughts have
crossed
passed her mind.
Her mother was the same. The king and queen. They served the islands, not the other way around. Always thinking about the people. Ah, they are sorely
Okay,
missed.
anything else important?
What else can you tell me about the land?
Let's see. The Isle of Wonder's a lovely spot. A bit crazy, mind you. Gotta have
Oh,
a good
really?
sense
Good
of
sense of
humor
humor?
to enjoy a
Good to
tour
know.
there.
What else can
Can
you
you tell
tell
me
me
about each
about the
island?
land?
The Isle of the Beast is pretty, but unfortunately, you can't get very
Why
far onto
not?
the island.
What else can you tell me about the...
The
This is the same
inhabitants
stuff
of the
as the
Isle
manual,
of the
but it's
Sacred
nice.
Mountain are the most gorgeous creatures you'll ever see. If you ever get to see them,
Okay.
that is.
What else
What
can you
else
tell
can
me
you tell me
about
about the land?
The Castle of the Crown sure is a beauty. She's the finest palace ever built,
Okay,
I'll warrant.
what else?
What else can you
What
tell me
else?
about the land?
Some say that the land of the Green Isles is near the edge of the world, and that the deadly currents are a result of a magnetism that sucks life from this world to the next. Of course, that's just
That's
silly
just silly
talk.
talk that looms over our lives like a dark
What
pall.
else can you tell me about the land?
Oops, the Isle of Wonders what?
What else can you...
The
Okay,
Isle of
we're
the
already
Beast
repeating
is...
himself. Yeah, they really, when they said in the manual that they wanted to hire voice actors, they did not hold back.
Alexander is sitting
All right.
inside.
Can you take this lamp?
Alexander doesn't want to take the ferryman's lamps. He obviously has little enough to
What's
offer
this
him
here?
comfort.
I see you have a rabbit's foot. Has it brought you much luck?
As you can see, my luck's been out for some time now, despite that old charm. Why don't you take it with you? Perhaps giving the darn thing away will bring me good fortune at last.
Yay!
Perhaps it will at that. Thank you.
Yep, they really wanted to get that Disney vibe. It doesn't have a Disney vibe, which is so funny, but it is nice to have good voice actors. Foot. Rabbit foot. Okay. Anything else?
Well, I think I'll be going now. Thanks for allowing me into your home.
Hey,
Hush,
autosave!
not at all. It breaks the boredom,
If you know what I
mean.
The Ferryman's the voice of the Tick. Oh my gosh, I love the Tick. If you got the new Tick series on Amazon is really good too. They just put up the second season. I don't know if it's the second half of the first season or the second season, but it's really good. Okay, so now we have a rabbit's foot, and we have this. All right, let's go ask him about the magic map. Oh, guys, it's... Welcome to the stream. Good to see you, autosave. Unfortunately, I'm going to be wrapping it up soon because it's almost 1 in the morning. But let's see if we can ask him about the magic map first. Oh, who's this jerk?
Good day.
Good day, sir.
The old man just glares at Alexander and does not reply.
Okay.
Excuse me, merchant, but the ferryman mentioned that you might have a magic map of the land
There you
of the
go.
Green
We've got to
Isles.
start here.
Why, as a matter of fact, I do. I keep it under the counter. It's been gathering dust so long that I nearly forgot about it.
It's only a super powerful magical
It was
item.
quite a few years ago, you see. The estate of a wealthy wizard fell into my hands when he died. It was useless magical junk mostly, which reminds me, I've still got some things of his in the back that I need to dump out. Anyway, the magic map was the one true treasure in the lot. The wizard was quite old and feeble and had enchanted the map to aid in traveling. It is said that one need only desire to be on an island depicted on the map to find oneself there. It is a very valuable map, as you can imagine. Unfortunately,
Is that some Michelangelo
no one
and
is
Shredder?
interested in
Nice.
traveling these days. It is far too dangerous with the current state of the kingdom.
What would you take for the map?
I would normally want something magic in return, but since I am hardly overrun with prospective buyers, I would be willing to take anything of equal value in
What would be
exchange.
equal value? Rabbit's foot.
Would you be interested in making a trade for this, merchant?
A rabbit's foot. I do not believe I could use that.
It's probably going to be our signet ring, to be honest, guys. Because that's the only thing we have that is valuable. Map. I'm a map, I'm a map, I'm a map, I'm a map. He's a map. Well, guys, it's 12:52. I am loving this game. I'm so excited for this game. I'm having... You watched Gem? I did, vaguely. I can barely remember it, but yes, I had a Gem doll, which had super articulation, which was cool. So guys, I think I'm going to wrap it up tonight. Thank you so much for being here. I'll be back with this game, not tomorrow, but Thursday. Tomorrow, it's Indie Tuesday, so I'm playing actually an indie point and click, which is kind of a Sierra send-up. And then Thursday, I'll be back with King's Quest 6. So if you want to see King's Quest 6, definitely tune in on Thursday. Gem? Is it Gem with a G? Or I guess it is a J. But anyway, thank you so much for being here, and thank you for all the hosts and support and help, and good night to you guys. Thank you guys. What a fun night. All right, guys. I will see you next time. Bye.